Welcome tonight, guys, to our focus call this week. We're actually really excited about the call this week because it's on gratitude, and Thanksgiving is next week, and this whole month is about Thanksgiving and being grateful. So we thought it'd be fun to focus on gut health and gratitude. And yes, they are actually connected. And if you don't know, stay tuned because you might learn some fun things tonight. So first off, I have a few questions for you. You do not have to answer these in the chat. This is just for yourself. So first, have you ever felt jealous of other people's happiness or success? If you're on social media, I'm pretty sure that's a yes. Right, we see the highlight reels. Okay, number two, have you ever felt sad but didn't know why? Just had the blues, weren't sure why, just had a sad day. Okay, number three, have you ever felt bitter or maybe upset or angry when someone else shares their blessings and you feel maybe like you're gypped? So you don't have to answer those in the chat, but I will straight up own all three. Like I have for sure felt those in my life at different times. And what I have come to find is that there's a lot of factors that go into play, but one of them that people might overlook is your gut and your gut health. Okay, so first off, a couple fun facts because I'm just a nerdy girl. All right, so first off, if your gut were responsible, would that make you feel a little bit better? Like, what if it's not your fault that you're feeling that way? Okay, because your gut is made up of more bacteria cells than human cells. It used to be thought that it was 10 to 1, so 10 times more bacteria, but now they're finding it's more like 1 to 1, but the gut still, or the bacteria cells still trump. So right now they're saying that we are more like 57% bacteria and only 43% human. All right. Either way, we are more not human than we are human, and our gut controls everything. All right. So another fun fact is that up to 95% of your serotonin, which is your happy hormone, is made in your gut. It's actually where a lot of your feel-good hormones are made, and things like melatonin that helps you sleep. Those hormones are made in your gut, and then they travel from your gut to your brain via the vagus nerve, not the other way around. It does go both ways, but the majority of your hormones travel from your gut up to your brain and tell it how to feel. Okay, so it matters what we are doing to our gut. So tonight we're going to focus on a few fun things that you can do to boost your gut health kind of naturally. Yes, Barbie, we are a living petri dish for sure. Okay, so number one, if you're wanting to boost your mood by focusing on your gut, what you eat matters. Because remember, you are more bacteria than you are human. So what you're feeding those bacteria cells is going to determine what rules your gut. Are you feeding the good gut bugs or the bad gut bugs? Bad gut bugs love to eat sugar and processed food, just crap. And if you feed that to them, they will rule the gut. They will multiply and be happy to take over the gut and make you feel miserable, bloated, gassy, sad, all the things. Okay, but if you feed the good gut bugs, which they love real foods, whole foods, then they are going to thrive and multiply and rule the gut. So what you eat matters. Also, did you know that when you eat fats, you get a serotonin hit? It's a dopamine hit. When you eat sugar, it's a serotonin hit. Might have those backwards, but either way, you get a hit with those. So eat good fats and then choose healthier sugars when you do eat them, like fruits and stuff, but still minimize them. All right, we want to feed the good stuff. All right, number two, if you want to boost your gut naturally, sleep. Your body needs sleep. So if you struggle with mood, make sure you're getting 8 hours of night, and consider adding in an omega, a complete omega, because that's like the secret to deep sleep. It doesn't make you tired, it just keeps you in deep sleep. Okay, number three, if you want to boost your gut and your mood naturally, you need to poop. Yep, I said it. You got to poop. All right. Poop is how we get toxins out of your body. So if you're killing off the bad gut bugs, but then they're just sitting in your colon and not going anywhere, you're still going to feel crappy. Right. So you want to get that out of your gut. Number four, do you get hangry? If you want to get rid of the hangry, you need to balance your blood sugar. Every time you eat sugars, it spikes insulin. And then eventually that wears off and you actually crash. And then your body's like, oh, we need more sugar. So you eat more sugar and it spikes, and then it crashes. And it's this cycle that goes round and round and just makes you feel angry and hangry and irritable and moody. Your mood is constantly changing because of those sugars and that insulin. What we want your body to do is to become more sensitive to the insulin it has, use less insulin as a whole, and keep your mood nice and stable. All right, so who wants an easy button for all of that? Those of us on this call that have been using Plexus, Plexus is our easy button. We love Plexus because it targets the 3 root pillars of health in our basic system, our 3 root products. It does all of those things we just talked about. It's going to help you with your mood, with your sleep, with your pooping, with your blood sugars and your hangry. It does it all. So that's why we love it, because it's easy. You take a drink in the morning, you take some capsules at night, you go about your day and you feel amazing. Okay, so just a quick rundown on what products I'm talking about. We have our pink drink, comes in a stick like this. You mix it up in a bottle of water and drink it once a day. You can have 2 a day if you want. And this is the hormone drink. Think of it as your hormone. This is the one that's balancing your hormones. When your hormones are balanced, you're going to start sleeping better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have amazing sleep, and your mood stabilizes. You handle stress so much better. You don't have the spikes and the lows and the ups and the downs. You just happen to be happier. Yeah, this is the Slim Hunger Control. We have another version that's called the Microbiome, but both will do it. They are both very similar. They both have chromium and alpha lipoic acid and chlorogenic acid. All 3 things are helping your body to be more sensitive to insulin, slow the absorption of glucose, and help you to stay stable with your mood. Okay, so they both do all those things. All right, then we have 2 products called the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. These 2 work together. So the ProBio 5 first, this is like the scrubber, scrubs your gut of all those bad bugs that we don't want and we want to get out of there. It does have probiotics in it, but its main power is digestive enzymes and an antifungal, where it goes through and gets rid of the bad gut bugs. A lot of people will put in good probiotics. That's great if you have room for them. But if you haven't done anything to get rid of the bad gut bugs, where are those probiotics going to live? All you're going to do is feel gassy and bloated, which is why a lot of people don't like probiotics, because they just take probiotics and they feel horrible. And that's because they didn't weed their gut first. They didn't make room for more bacteria. Their garden was already full. They put in good stuff and there was no room for it to go. So weed your garden first and then put in the good stuff. You'll feel amazing. You'll feel it working and you'll see the effects in your life. Okay, so that is the scrubber. Now, you don't want to scrub all this stuff and have it sitting in your colon. You want to get it out of you. So that's where the BioCleanse comes into play. This is a really gentle cleanse. It's meant to be taken every day. My kids take it every day. Nobody's ever pooped their pants, so it's not that kind of cleanse. It is one that is just meant to flush the toilet, get all that stuff you scrubbed out of your body. Its main ingredient is magnesium and vitamin C. That combines together to make a really absorbable, gentle magnesium that your body actually absorbs instead of just pooping out. When you absorb magnesium, it supports 300 processes in your body. So many things need magnesium. So not only is it going to help you to be regular, and by the way, it's for anybody that might be pooping too much or pooping too little. It's for both. It will balance your bowels. So it's great for everybody as far as making you regular with your bowels, but it's also going to help you with your mood. Magnesium supports insulin. It's going to help you to sleep better. It's going to get rid of headaches. It's going to help you to control your cycles, your periods, your hormones. Those are all controlled by magnesium. Yeah, Barbie, it's actually suggested now that magnesium helps with over 600 processes. I've even heard 750 from some places. I always err on the side of caution with 300, but yeah, it's a lot more. So you need magnesium. It's super easy to deplete. The number 1 depleter of it is metformin and soda. So if you're taking either one of those, you need magnesium for sure. And then stress and sugar are another one that deplete it really fast. So make sure you're getting in that BioCleanse because it has that magnesium. It's going to help you to get the bad stuff out as well as support the rest of your metabolic functions. All right, so those are the 3 I wanted to talk about tonight because our easy button, food and exercise are not enough anymore. We are surrounded by pesticides in our food. Our apples are even sugarier than they used to be because they're soaked in sugar. Sugar is hidden in all of our foods everywhere. And so you can do your best to eat whole foods and real foods, but you still need something working from the inside out to get the bad stuff out and balance your body. It's kind of like a secret little weapon working inside your body and get it out. And yes, sugar feeds cancer, and that's a big one. Everybody seems to know somebody who has cancer right now. It is spreading so fast. And one of the main things we can do is reduce our sugar and then work from the inside out to scrub our colon and our gut system, rebalance our body, utilize insulin better so we use less. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Barbie now. She's going to talk about one more product, which is her favorite, And then we're going to share some gratitude that we have for the night, now that we're a little bit more balanced.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Kara, it's so important, and I love the fact that this is about gratitude right now. And for those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Barbie. Super stoked to be on the call with you guys tonight. And I love the topic of gratitude. I feel like in the last few years, I've really like made it a priority in my life, and but it's not like an automatic thought, right? Like it literally had to become something I consciously thought about, like doing my gratitude journals and like writing that out, because it's not a conscious, an automatic, like conscious thought. And so I heard this quote by Jack Canfield I think it was several years ago, but it always stuck with me because I thought it was really cool. And he said, the longest journey most of us ever take is 18 inches from our brain to our heart. Right? And connecting those two and our thoughts and like what we feel, right? We can feel all these feelings, and it's like, but check it with your brain. Like, bring it back in. Is this legit feelings? Because feelings don't mean true, right? They're not always real. So I really love that. And it's like we all have various circumstances, right? Life poles, our jobs, like world views, the way we see things, like these are all different, our likes and dislikes. But one thing that we all as humans have in common is the desire to feel good. Am I right? Like all of us have that desire. It's like what Kara's talking about, like with the triplex and like just getting that feel good feeling, right? Healing our body from the inside out. And it doesn't matter our race, our size, our economic status, like none of that matters. We all have the same desire, and that is to feel good. And so the more we feel good, the better life is, right? And how do we feel good? So how do we make sure that we are feeling good every day? And I do believe that brings us, circles us right back to that gratitude, right? Like I want to feel good more often, and my goal is definitely that. So how about you guys? Like, you guys all want to feel better, and like you feel like your day is better when you feel good, and you have the mindset of like those positive thoughts, and you're focusing on the good even through the bad, because we all have bad, like we all get thrown so much at us on a regular basis, and we can plan out our week and then boom, just like Chris was supposed to be on here tonight, and family emergency, like but how do we deal with it? It's our mindset around that. So I love that it all really circles back to the whole gratitude and bringing it in there. So do you guys believe in the law of attraction? Like what you put out, you'll receive. So I feel like, I believe in that. Like, and so how do we manage like our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings to achieve the goal of feeling good, right? Because that's the goal, feel good in the gratitude. And to our benefit, like how do we make that happen and utilize those? And Tiffany Peterson, who I've taken, she does a gratitude course. It's free, you guys. Like in the month of November, she always does a free gratitude, and I've taken it in the past. And I like how she uses, she talks about the mind map, and like, so draw a circle. If you can, like if you have paper and pencil, just go ahead and draw it so you'll remember to fill it in later. But draw a circle and then have spokes come out of it, like the sun, right? Like a circle and then spokes coming out of it like the sun, or a bicycle wheel. But basically, like in the center of that circle, put feel good. And then you're raised, like, because it's like, I like to think of it as a sun. But so then you're raised, right? Your spokes coming out, then you fill that in, like go back and fill that in. What makes you feel good? Is it sleep? Sleep is important. Our rest, getting enough rest and sleep is important, right? Exercise, reading a good book, like an inspirational book, or just like a good juicy novel, right? Like sitting in with that. Journaling, a mani-pedi, I don't know, like what makes you feel good, right? Like fill that out. The ocean for me, 100%. I love being in the ocean. The more I'm in the ocean, the happier Barbie is. But so I just wanted to encourage you guys, like, real quick, just to do that, like, because I feel like it's super important, especially as we come into this super busy season, which I kind of laugh at because really our life is always busy, right? Like we're coming into the holiday season, so it's really busy, but we just got out of the summer season, which was really busy. And it's just like it's always busy, like, right? So I want you guys to fill that out, have it somewhere, put it on your desk, pin it on your wall, whatever, and just look at it and then really focus on those that you put out there that make you feel good. Like, try to achieve that daily. Like, look at that and achieve that daily so that you can feel good. Because that's the goal, to feel good, right? So intentional, like, we are the architects of our life, and when we can mold that and create that, I believe that's what's good. And gratitude is the foundation, right? Like, gratitude is the foundation. So I just nutrition, exercise, joy list, and our supplements, like, those are like my 4 cores. That's the other thing I learned from Tiffany Peterson, was our joy list, listing 10 things that bring you joy that cost money and 10 things that don't, right? Like watching a sunset, that brings me joy, that costs me 0 money, right? I also like a good manicure, that does cost me money, but so anyways, I just focusing on those things I love. And yes, I wanted to talk to you guys of one of the supplements that I love besides the triplex, because that's definitely a solid core foundation, but Vital Biome. How many of you guys take Vital Biome? I personally, yes, thank you, because you know what? I just ran out of mine this morning and I tossed in my recycling that container. And then I was like, oh, shoot, I don't have a container to talk about Vital Biome. So good job. But yes, Vital Biome, it's an amazing probiotic, 8 strands of beneficial probiotics, but 2 of those are psychobiotics, like clinically proven strands of probiotics that help with our mood, that help with anxiety. So I don't know about all of you, but for me, I'll just share that it took me a long time to say yes to Plexus products. I was like kind of a snob, thought it was all about weight loss, not interested. But I had IBS and I had anxiety, because guess what? Our gut brain connection, right? So my IBS was causing that anxiety, kind of like what Kara was talking about earlier. It's all connected, right? And so I was like, wow, my serotonin, 90% of my serotonin's in my gut. Like, I should be on a probiotic. And that's what opened the door for me to start taking these products. And so I love, there's clinical studies. That's what I love too, is that we have clinical studies. My background is an ER nurse. Like, I love the science. I love the studies. I want proof, right? I love testimonies, but I also want scientific proof. And so there are studies that show this stabilizes stress hormones, reduces the feeling of stress and anxiety, improves mood, promotes relaxation, restores the balance of the healthy microbes in our gut, reduces GI distress. I can now eat cheese. I used to be lactose intolerant. Not anymore. I can totally have pizza and feel great. It's the bloating, the abdominal discomfort, right? Improves our immune system, and it improves, again, digestion and regularity. So Vital Biome is an amazing probiotic. If you guys know anybody that specifically battles with GI issues or mood issues, this probiotic is a must. Like, you will feel improvement with the triplex. I started with the triplex, and in month 2, I added Vital Biome, and I felt a complete change. There was a shift for sure in the way I felt. I used to say I would exercise like crazy to burn like crazy. Like, I'm just naturally high strung, and I was like over the charts. Most people couldn't tolerate me. No, they still love me. But anyway, so I love that one. And one thing that I'm really grateful for that I wanted to share with you guys too in this all is the business. Like, I didn't join for the business. I was actually very against it. But this business has blessed my life. Like, I was working full-time as an emergency room nurse. I had children, doing all the things, missing out on a lot because I have to work every other weekend, because I have to work holidays, right? The ER doesn't close. And just feeling overwhelmed because I had that anxiety stuff going too. And when I realized what these products can do for us, I just casually shared with a few people because I was like, this stuff sounds like it's amazing. You guys need this. My mom has GI issues. Like, I just like that, right? And all of a sudden it turned into a really good income. And then within my first year, I was like, wow, I'm making more money doing this than I am nursing full time. And then so I was able to step back. And for the last 3 years, my daughter was in high school. I almost feel like it's more important to be present in their face when they're in high school than even when they're littles, right? Because they're up to all kinds of stuff. And so I was very thankful for that. I'm very grateful that this allowed me to step away and still have the financial freedom to like live a nice lifestyle, but not have to work all the time. So I just wanted to share with you guys that like I am super grateful for this. This is an opportunity to be happy, to feel happy, right? Happy and healthy are the number, like the top ones. Like, gosh, so many people struggle with finances. So I just had to share because it literally has been life changing for me to now be able to be home with my kids all the time, to be able to not have to ask for time off and travel and do things and not miss out on Thanksgiving. Like I've had to work Thanksgivings, I've had to work on Christmas, I've had to do all of that. And it's heartbreaking. But so I'm really thankful for that. I want to just share with you guys, if you are new to this company and you're like, nope, because I was, just so you know, I was like that. I was like, not doing it. But I was like, oh, but they need this and they need this and they need this. And so it just kind of like, okay, well, let me just share with this, but I'm not posting on social media. Anyways, I just encourage you guys to really step out because, and if money is an issue, like if you want more money, we're spending more money on dinner right now. Thanksgiving dinner, I forget what the average cost was, but I remember hearing it. Like buying all the goods for Thanksgiving, that's expensive, right? And then now we're rolling into Christmas. I love giving gifts, but it's expensive. It all adds up so quickly. So if you're new and you've never shared before, you could potentially, if you share with 3 people, you could earn $400. Like that's a lot of Christmas presents. So I just want to encourage you guys, even if you've shared and you've like, just want to add 3 more to your pile, you could earn over $200. That's a lot of money. You could sign up, you could use that $200 to go sign yourself up and go do a self-development in Tampa with Brooke in January and go to a line, right? Like offsetting things. So anyways, there's just so much potential, not only just to feel good, which is what we all want, but also to just feel financially secure, which I think we all need. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Barbie, for sharing that. I totally second everything that she said. Plexus has been such a blessing in my life. When I started 7 years ago, I had a 30-day period and I had momzilla mood swings all the time. My family walked around on eggshells. So I am so grateful that not only did Plexus balance my body so that I could enjoy the time that I have at home with my kiddos. Case in point, really quick, I was playing the light bright game, you know, this game, like where you put all the little pegs in here with my daughter today. And it's like so tedious. It takes so much time to put those in. And I had the thought that 7 years ago, no way would I have done that. I would have been grumpy and angry and so irritable. And today we just sat there and I had plenty of patience to just do that with her. And she loved the mommy time. She kept telling me, thank you, mommy. You know, and it was just so good. So I'm so grateful Plexus has balanced my body, helped me with my health, helped me to feel gratitude. I just thought it was normal to feel anxious and grumpy all the time. Can't tell you how many times I threatened divorce in my first years of marriage because I thought that was normal to feel that way. And when I balanced my body, those thoughts left, those feelings left. Like, yes, it's 50-50 and you still have bad days, but it's not out of control. Like you can feel in control. And then likewise, the business side, really it's just a referral system. It's like HelloFresh. You have a referral link, you give it to people. The more people you share it with, the more money you make back in referral money. And right now, my husband's going through his own kind of midlife crisis where he's like switching careers. And because I have an income with Plexus to fall back on, we're okay. He has that freedom to get out of something he wasn't loving anymore and to find what he does love and to take the time to do that, maybe go back to school, whatever it might be. And we're okay. we're not stressed about finances and hurting and falling back and making him do something he hates just because we didn't have the money. So I'm so grateful that that money has been a blessing in our life too. It's so easy to share. It doesn't have to be icky. You just give them the link, and if it's for them, great. If it's not, great. We do that with everything. So we're so grateful you were here tonight. We hope that you can focus a little bit more on gratitude this season. And if you're struggling, work on your gut. And then like Barbie said, work on your nutrition, your exercise, as well as like your joy journal, and just start feeding your body with good thoughts. So thanks guys. Have a great night. See you later.